Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Can you imagine being taken down by your own astronomically unexpected success? And I kind of wonder if that might be something the Palworld devs need to think about. Palworld server costs are incredibly expensive. Palworld developer Pocket Pair reveals the eye-watering amount of money that it's currently spending on a game's multiplayer servers. Now, this is only eye-watering to people like you and me, unlike, Pocket Pair that sold 12 million copies at least, probably a lot more by now, on Steam alone at $30 a pop. You're looking at, $360 million? That's a nice chunk of change. Now, of course, Steam gets their little cut of that. Plus, you have to pay everybody else already. But in this little article from Gamerant, Palworld is projected to incur $474,000. So you're looking at easily $500,000 just for February alone. If you're looking at $500,000 costs per month, you made $360 million, $500,000 a month, $6 million a year. I think they can afford it short term, obviously. Easy enough to afford short term. Pay it off, get it out of the way, worry about developing the game. Long term, I think they might have to start looking into other avenues, other ways to keep those servers funded. Pocket Pair network engineer said that he had been ordered, quote, not to degrade the game's online service no matter what. Let's get to the article. Screw the summary. Palworld is currently on course to incur nearly $500,000 in server upkeep costs. It's kind of interesting. All these games, all these so-called, reputable game websites, all they wanted to do was talk about how bad Palworld was and, it's a copycat of this. I'm tired of playing in survival games. I don't know. It's a cookie cutter. It's AI. It's plagiarism. And now, all of a sudden, one little thing happens. And yet, Palworld was been successful despite all the negative press behind it. And then when this comes out, of course, they're going to jump all over this. Not surprised at all. So, incur $500,000 in server upkeep costs in February. That eye-watering figure is not eye-watering when you just made $360 million, you dumb shits. Plus, whatever contract, I didn't even think about that. What sort of contract did Microsoft give them for the Xbox Game Pass, or rather Microsoft Game Pass, as they appear to be changing the name to? Again, that's a whole different story. The newest title from Japanese studio Pocket Pair was released in early access for PC and Xbox consoles January 19th and has skyrocketed to over 2.1 million concurrent players maximum, with an average of 800,000 players playing at one time per day. Minimum, topping out. 800,000 players on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, during a school year, during a school week. That's ridiculous. People have jobs, people have to work, and yet you've got 800,000 people playing every single day on a regular basis at one time. Lots more play it throughout the day, but at one time. That's not including the Xbox stuff. Palworld was also a day one Xbox Game Pass release, and even if it wasn't, I would have bought it. But that did not stop it from debuting at the best-selling game on Steam, a title that still holds more than 2 weeks later. I do believe it got knocked down with Helldivers 2, or at least got hit, came close to it. Let's see, the other side of that global success is that Palworld has been struggling with server issues. Yes, they have. They were not, I can't imagine anyone to have expected this sort of popularity for such honestly a simple concept of a game. It really was. It took a bunch of concepts from multiple games, there's no denying that, and melded them into one, and it worked. With the few exceptions, yes, it's early access. There are bugs, there are glitches, but they're working on the servers. So, yeah, struggling, that's fine with me. Struggling with server issues for days following its release, millions of players were trying to jump into its multiplayer instances, bringing its back end to its knees. I was going to say bringing it back to its knees. Bringing its back... Okay, that's another joke there. I missed it. In an apparent effort to contextualize those ongoing infrastructural challenges, Pocket Pair CEO Takuro Mizobi has recently taken to Twitter to reveal the projection of the game's monthly Hosting costs, almost $500,000. Following the order, let's see. In a subsequent tweet, Pocket Pair network engineer Chuyo Hiroto, that's his name, I'm not trying the first one because I'll butcher it, revealed that he had been ordered not to degrade the game's multiplayer servers no matter what. The Japanese studio is instead currently offering Palworld multiplayer servers, quote, without considering profitability. Well, that is going to go over well with the fan base, that's for sure. The official wrote, adding that the developer will continue doing everything it can to ensure that all players can keep enjoying the game to the fullest. I've been ordered not to degrade it. Yes, we know. Pocket Pair's latest official sales update revealed that Palworld has surpassed 19 million players as of January 31st. 12 million from Steam and 7 million from Xbox. Let's see. Which suggests the title has already generated well over 200 million in Steam revenue once Valve's cut. So yeah, that gives you a nice little idea of what they've made after Valve takes their money. $200 million. So $500,000 a month, you could pay out 1 year and still be sitting pretty with plenty of money to continue developing the game. And if you continue developing more of the game, you will bring more and more players into the game, which will generate more revenue. Rinse and repeat. Don't squander this money, which a lot of people are thinking, is this a cash grab? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think so. Even if they put a year's worth of development into this game, I think everyone will have gotten their money's worth. Follow through with the roadmap that they posted. Just that one. Just follow through with that one little one. You could just add, they're going to add more pals to the game. Add another 100 throughout the next year. And yeah, I don't think people are going to, of course, people are going to complain. Everyone's always going to complain about something. And what's interesting is there's a particular troll who I haven't actually seen a video on this for. You would figure that he'd be the first one chomping at the bit. I think everybody knows who I'm talking about. On the let's see. While $500,000 in monthly server costs pales in comparison to that figure, that's not to say Pocket Pair is planning on maintaining that overhead indefinitely. Obviously, I wouldn't want to. That is a lot of money. On the contrary, the developer is currently working on patching several known multiplayer bugs, including a severe memory leak that inhibit the game's scalability. The decision to enable scalable hosting before doing so with the goal of offering uninterrupted service is likely the main reason why its current overhead. I can't read today. I think it's because I have the text entirely too small. My eyes aren't working. Let's make it to the end of the video, please. Stick with me. Any multiplayer issue. Okay, they're just talking about the technical side, the technical stuff. Now, what can Palworld possibly do with this? Well, apparently, Rumble CEO is offering his services. And I don't know. Streaming platform Rumble wants to help Palworld with server costs. Palworld competing with Pokemon fans and Rumble competing with YouTube fans. So I don't know how this would go. What on earth would they do? How could a streaming service like Rumble offer assistance with server costs? Do they have servers? I don't know. Palworld reveals enormous dedicated server costs. It's like, hey, we're ready to step in and help. Rumble Cloud is your solution. It may not be the player's solution. I don't know. I don't even know how this would work. But this will be interesting. The game's massive success is costing Pocket Pair almost $500,000 a month right now in server costs. How much is that going to affect? All right, I'm done. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to stop trying to talk here. Do all those things those nifty little YouTubers ask you to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And I hope to see you on the next one after this debacle of a speech. Bye.